Hello, welcome to my intermediate tutorial for the Cloud Fight No Cape. This is for the 11 exit No Cape category. Without further ado, let's start the tutorial. So as always, wait for Bowser to drop his Mecha Koopa. This is a different way of getting into the cloud than from my beginner tutorial. You may notice I'm on the right side, and so normally I wait for, on this cycle, for Bowser to be heading left, like this. So right about now, I will be hitting left. Yes, you see right there. Run to the left side of the screen. I tap the left side of the screen. He throws the Mecha Koopas, and just a little bit after you hear the Mecha Koopa throw, right about when the Mecha Koopas, yeah. So normally I'm at about the third pillar from the left here, and that's when I jump. I bounce on the Mecha Koopa in the middle, head left, and then I drop the cloud. Since you don't really have a chance to drop the cloud whenever you're running around. So you want to set the cloud right about here. This is over the third pillar from the left again, right about at eye level with Bowser. And then once you're there, right about when Bowser starts to move, you want to jump out of the cloud to the right. You'll see he's going off to the left now. I'm going to pick up this Mecha Koopa on the left. I kicked it a little earlier than what I normally do. Normally I wait for Mario to be about lined up with the third pillar there. Once again. So you can see I kicked it a little earlier than what I usually do, and it stops Bowser a little later than what I'm used to. So after you kick it up, you jump into the cloud, and you want to be at about the left eye whenever Bowser starts moving again, the left eye of his clown car. You'll hear that the clown car actually taps you. You don't want to be on the far left side because the clown car transfers some momentum into Mario. If you've ever run into it without the cloud, you can see that it pushes Mario pretty quickly. So you don't want to be on his far left side whenever that happens. And after that, right about when Bowser is over the second pillar, normally you can't quite use that as a visual cue. Normally I just use the delay between when Bowser's car hits me to when I throw the cloud off to the left. It's a good what's the word? I don't know, I can't think of the word. But you can hear the tap, and then just a moment later you're going to be, you kind of have to get a feel for it. So you throw the cloud off to the left, and then you position yourself to get an insta hit on Bowser here. Now here you need to keep the Koopa from killing itself off to the left, so you can't camp the left side. You need to be out here. Normally I choose to be about at the second pillar until Bowser starts heading down into his clown car, then I head off to the left, and then I do the fire skip. You want to set your cloud out somewhere out here about level with Bowser's clown car. Usually this is a good visual cue whenever you're setting your cloud out here. is right about level with Bowser's clown car. That's a good height for Mario to jump back into it. So the Mecha Koopa does not kill itself off the left side of the screen. You jump down onto it, jump back into the cloud. You'll notice it was the perfect height for Mario to jump back into. Now, for that skip, I mainly use the audio cue. It's right before the sound drops. So like you can listen to it. Right, there was the drop, and I kicked the cloud off the left side of the screen right before that. So now here comes the ball skip. Right about whenever the ball is about to touch the ground is when you want to start your inputs for the ball skip. You want to be over this, you want to be near the top of the screen, over this second pillar to the left. So the inputs are, you hold upright and jump, and then I'd say a little bit before the height of your jump you can let go of the Mecha Koopa, you can kick it up and to the right, you land back in the cloud, you kick the cloud off to the left side, kick it off the left side again, and you've successfully done the ball skip. You can see he hasn't turned his clown car upside down, he's throwing more Mecha Koopas out, and you position yourself to get that insta hit. I can't remember if I did the kick. Yep. You can barely tell that I held upright and I kicked the cloud off to the right. What this does is add extra distance to it lets you get over here faster. Let's just, you know, let's use it simply like that. Once again, I use the same visual cues for the first fire skip, for the second one. Over this pillar, and then as soon as Bowser heads down into his car, then head off to the left and kick it into the top left corner there. Now this, usually you want to set the cloud maybe a little higher than you would for phase 2. Because you want to be as high as you can. Now for this skip, unlike the second phase, you want to do it as right on the drop. Not right before it, right on the drop in the audio cue. So you hear the drop right now, and that's when I kicked it. It'll get the instant stop for Bowser. Once again, you can see I kick the cloud off to the right. I position myself perfectly for the insta hit. If you don't position yourself perfectly for the insta hit, you're either going to take damage and get the insta hit if you're too low, or if you're too high, the Mecha Koopas are just going to collide. You really don't want that to happen. So you're going to really want to be used to positioning yourself in the right spot. Thankfully, you have 2 opportunities to do that during this fight, so you get plenty of chances to practice that. And what I prefer to do is go up a little higher. For the final hit, I go up a little higher and then drop the Mecha Koopa. This is purely timing based. I don't have any visual or audio cues for it. You're just going to have to get used to it. Unless you do want to find a visual or audio cue, it's all up to you. And that's the intermediate level Bowser fight with the ball skip. So to go over it all once again, the reason you might want to do the run left and run right strat is because it gives you a little bit more leeway, I feel. to bounce off the Mecha Koopa. So kick right there, left eye. Actually, there's 3 opportunities to position yourself right. I forgot about that in phase 1. Right before the drop, the ball skip. There's the second opportunity, but that needs to hit. And the third needs to hit there. Drop. And that's your fight. I timed this fight to be about a 105.15. The fastest fight I've had so far is 103.8, which is going to be the advanced tutorial, but this is definitely the fight that you can use all the way until you finish, you know, you find yourself done with this category. The advanced fight is definitely not something you need to know unless you plan to go for a world record. So yeah, that's the intermediate tutorial with ball skip. I hope you enjoyed. If you really like this category, you can check out the advanced tutorial, but usually this is where anyone who doesn't absolutely love this category, you can stop at this.